Continuing with the rules of correction about the noun, today we would discuss rule number 11, and these rules too are about the mistakes that are committed in the use of the nouns. So we would continue with the same category of the wrong use of nouns in the sentences and how to correct those sentences which are grammatically incorrect from the point of view of noun. Let's start with rule number 11. To make plural of compound nouns, s is added to the chief word. For example, passerby, onlooker, maid servant, son-in-law, racehorse, etc. The point is that when we come across the compound nouns, so there are two parts of that word that are usually hyphenated. While making plural of them, what is important is to attach s with the chief word. That what is the main word that is there in the compound noun. If we need to make the plural form of that, we would add s with the chief word. As the examples have been given here, in passers-by, you can see that passer is the chief word, not by. Similarly, onlooker, looker is the main word or the chief word, whereas on is the secondary word used in that compound noun. Moving further, maid servant. So the chief word is servant, not the maid. Hence, s would be added to servant instead of maid. Son-in-law. Here, son is the chief word and law is the secondary word, so s would be added to son instead of law. At the end, we see racehorse. In this compound noun, the chief word is horse, not the race. While making plural of it, s would be added to horse instead of race. Let us do the practice by looking at the words. They have been wrongly used on the use of the nouns, and the s has wrongly been linked to the secondary word instead of the chief word. Let us move to the example number 1. They paid no attention to the passerbys. Passerby is the compound noun. In this sentence, the compound noun is passerby. Here we see that highlighted in red, s has been added to by, whereas the chief word is passer, not the by. Hence, s will be added to the passer. So the correct sentence is, they paid no attention to passers-by. That is the correct expression. Continuing with the same rule, we move to the example number 2, where we have the sentence, he has 10 races horse, which is incorrect because in races horse, in this compound noun, the chief word is horse, not the race. In this way, s would be added to the word horse because it is the main word or the chief word, whereas race is not the chief word. It has been used here as an adjective, not as a noun. So adding s to it would be a mistake. We need to add s to the horse to make the plural of this compound noun. He has 10 races horse is the incorrect expression. How to make it correct is the he has 10 race horses. So both you can see in the above sentence, races horse highlighting the red, s is added to the to race, whereas in this second sentence that has been corrected, s has been added to the horse instead of race. So this is the correct expression. Similarly, in the next example too, inappropriate and mistakenly use of noun can be seen there as well. He invited son-in-laws at his home. So son-in-laws is the compound noun in which son, in, and law, these are the three words. So in this compound noun consisting of three words, son is the chief word. So s cannot be added to law here, whereas the proper use is to add s to son. So this would be the correct expression. He invited son-in-laws at his home is the incorrect sentence. The correct sentence for this is he invited sons-in-law at his home. So s has been added to the chief word son. So this is the correct use of the noun and adding s to the chief word. Rule number 12. Here, as a collective noun is used singular but dealt as plural if preceded by a number. Here, if we mean all here and it is collectively used for all here, then this noun here would be considered as singular. But if um, a number is added to it before it, like 3, 4, 5, 6, anyway, then it would be dealt as plural. So, in making plural, we need to have in consideration 2 points. First, that if it is used as plural, s would be added to here. Uh, Likewise, the verb with the hairs would also be used as plural. So these are two considerations that we need to keep in mind while making use of here as plural noun. In first sentence, we can see here all his hairs are black. As we mean all here, so it is incorrect to use it as plural because you can see here highlighted in the red that s has been added to here as well as all is also added there. That is the incorrect use. Why? Because in this sentence, some here have not been nominated or have not been pointed out. Rather, it refers to all here. So it is incorrect to use it as a singular, as a plural. Rather, we have to use it as plural. We have to use it singular. That all his hairs are black is incorrect because hairs would not be used with s, it would be without s. Similarly, if s is removed from here, then r would also be replaced by is. So the correct expression is all his hair is black. Again, I would prefer to clarify it again that when we mean all here, then it is used as singular. But if uh, some number is put before it, like 3, 4, 5, 6, anyway, then it will be dealt as plural. So all his hairs are black. Here we do not see any 2, 3, 5, 4 years. Rather, we have found it, or we mean all here. So this would be used as the singular one. So all his hairs are black is incorrect. All his hair is black is the correct expression. Moving to the next example, her 5 here is black. Here we can see that 5 has been added, that number has been added. So when number is added, we do not use here a singular noun, rather we use it plural. And plural, in making it plural, we need to consider two steps. That first of all, we would add s with here, and when s is added, then is would not be the correct verb for it. We would also use the plural verb, and plural verb for is are. So her 5 here is black. Here we do not mean all here, rather we are referring to 5 here. So in this sentence we would use here as plural and adding s to here, and also using the plural verb with it. So her 5 hair is blank is the incorrect expression. Her 5 hairs are black. Highlighted in the red, you can see that here has been replaced by hairs. Why? Because there is number 5. 5 is the number that we see there. So that is why we have to add s with here. So 5 hairs, and again if hairs becomes plural, then it will also take plural verb, and that is are. So her 5 hairs are black. Her 5 hair is black is incorrect. Her 5 hairs are black is correct. Similarly, in the next example too, we can see the use of here in the sentence. He has grown long hairs is incorrect. Why it is incorrect? Because we have not used any uh, number before this, because if long hair is referring to all hair, that he's not keeping 4 or 5 hairs long, rather he is keeping all his hair as black. So it would not be used as plural, but it would be used as singular. So he has grown long hairs is incorrect, as highlighted in the red, and he has grown long hair is the correct use of the noun here. Rule number 13. If a noun represents the whole class, it is preceded by the, except man. If one object, one noun is representing the whole class, its own class, then it would be preceded by the while representing the whole class. Except man. Man is the exception from this rule, that if man represents the whole class, the would not be added before this. Dog is a faithful animal. So dog is representing all dogs. It is the representative of its class. So it is incorrect to use direct noun dog. Rather, the would be added before it so as to make it plural. To correct this sentence, we need to add the before it. Why? Because here we do not mean one dog. It is the dog that is representative of all dogs. In this way, it would take the so as to make it plural. So dog is a faithful animal is the incorrect expression, because no the has been used before it. Whereas the second expression, the dog is a faithful animal, is the correct expression, because dog has been preceded by the definite article the. This way, dog is representative of all dogs. So this is the correct expression. In the next examples too, we see the same rule. Horse is a fast-running animal is incorrect. Why? Because the noun horse is representing the whole class. It is not referring to one horse. Rather, it represents all the horses. To make it a representative of its class, the need is to add the definite article the before it. So by adding the, it can represent the whole class. So the correct expression is the horse is a fast-running animal. Horse is a fast-running animal is incorrect, because horse is representing all the class. So this would not be used in this way. Similarly, the horse is the correct expression. The horse is a fast-running animal is the correct expression for this sentence. In the last example, we can see the exception. In exception, we mean that when we need to make the represent one noun the representative of all the class, then it is preceded by the. But man is exception. If man represents the whole class, then it would not be preceded by the. So the sentence is the man is mortal is incorrect. Why? Because the is not added before man when it is representing its own class. Rather, it would be used without using the. So the has been highlighted in this sentence that it is the incorrect expression. Whereas in the second sentence, we can see that man is mortal is the correct expression, because here man, we can see, is representative of its class. So man is not preceded by the while representing the whole class. So this is all for today in the correction, and these corrections we are discussing the mistakes that are relevant to the use of the noun. That was all for today. Here comes the end of this class. Remember that, as I remind again and again, that these rules have been clarified, exemplified here with 3 examples for each. But still, if you face some difficulty in understanding these rules, you can share your queries in the WhatsApp group made for your class. You can put your question there, you can drop your question there, and it will be answered there, so that you can clarify these rules. And again, you're advised to please prepare your own notes of these rules, because these will help you in your preparation for the final exams. So please make your own notes, write them and practice them repeatedly, because these are the 10 marks sound in the complete 10 marks in the exam, in the final exam conducted by University of the Punjab. Thank you very much for joining us.